Hey guys, welcome to AKV and this is Vishnu. So this is an illustration for which she is regarding price strategy. So I'm going directly towards the illustration. Question: Both Bothing Care Limited manufactures and sells soaps under the brand name Elite, Lovely, Fresh, and Janta. The Janda soap is very popular as it is a good quality at the same time reasonably priced. The company produces and sells per annum on an average of 50,000 cakes of Elite, 1 lakh cake of Lovely, 75,000 cake of Fresh and 2 lakh cakes of Janda at a unique selling price of 3.5, 3, 2.5 and 1.5 respectively. At this level of production and sales, the unit cost of the cake of each brand of the soap are as follows. And then they have given the rates of each cakes. Particulars: Elite, Lovely, Fresh and Janda. Direct material 50, 40, 30 and 45. So these prices are given in paisas, right? Yes. Then direct labor 0.2, 0.2, 0.15 and zero point 0.1. Production overhead includes variable overheads and fixed overhead, administration overhead. Okay. So variable overhead includes 0.1, 0.1, 0.5 paisa, 5 paisa. And then fixed overhead 0.2, 0.25, 0.2, 0.2. Administration overhead fixed. In administration overhead, the fixed overhead includes 0.3, 0.4, 0.25, zero point 0.3. Variable overhead 0.15, 0.5, 0.1, 0.05 price 5 paisa. Selling overhead fixed portion 0.8, 0.6, 0.45, 0.1. And then variable overhead 0.45, 0.2, 0.25, 0.5, which all includes the total amount of 2.7, 2.2, 1.75 and 1.3. Further, the question: Bathcare Limited has built a name for its product in the market, and with proper sales effective, it should be possible to sell whatever is produced by the company. The product manager sees no problem. The sales manager put up a bold scheme for almost countering the present profit of the company. And then you are required an exclusive advertise. And then they have given 2 points. Number one, an exclusive. These are the contributions given by the sales management. An exclusive advertisement campaign has to be undertaken to produce and sell Janta soap, and it is essential. It is estimated as 4,35,000, 4,85,000. Point number two, at the same time, the selling price of Janta soap should be reduced to 1 by adopting the sales strategy. The sales manager is confident that he is able to double the present sales volume of Janta soap, and with each 1 lakh increase of Janta soap would be able to push 30,000 of Elite, 70,000 of Lovely and 50,000 of Fresh. And you are required to find out the profit at present and the profit as per the sales manager's approach. So this is the question. So question contains two parts. So there is a company, and the company as in the production of soaps, and some of the details are given. So we need to find out two things, that is to find out the present profit position as well as the profit position as per the decision or as per the scheme of sales manager. So at first I going directly towards the solution, and at first I have prepared a statement showing computation of profit and the current capacity. As you all know that the sales price is 3.5, 3, 2.5 and 1.5. Then we have direct labor, direct material, direct labor, variable overhead. Variable overhead includes production overhead, administration overhead and selling distribution overhead. Okay, then after taking the total variable cost, we need to deduct such amount from the sales price giving the contribution. So the contribution of each product is 2.1, 2.05, 1.2 and 0.8. Okay, then we need to get the total contribution value. So that we need to take the quantity sold or quantity manufactured, which is 50,000, 1 lakh and 70,000 and 2, 75,000 and 2 lakh. When we multiply the contribution per unit with quantity sold, we'll get the total contribution amount as 1,05,000, 2,05,000, 90,000 and 1,60,000. Okay, after that we need to compute the fixed overhead portion, which has the production overhead, administration. Fixed overhead includes production overhead, administration overhead and sales overhead. Okay, after multiplying it with the quantity sold, the total fixed overhead with the quantity sold, we will get the total fixed cost, and when we deduct such total fixed cost from the contribution, we will get the profit as 40,000, 80,000, 22,500 and 40,000, which gives an overall profit of 1,82,500. Now we will go ahead, or we will compute the proposal by the sales manager. So first of all, we will take the quantities sold. Okay, so the quantities sold will be 1,10,000, 2,40,000, 1,75,000 and 4 lakh. So these amount will include these excess amounts, such as when we sell an excess amount of 1 lakh unit of Janta, we can push the sales of Elite by 30,000, Lovely by 70,000 and Fresh by 50,000. So when we add such amounts, we will get the quantities as 1,10,000, 2,40,000 and 1,75,000 and 4 lakh. Okay, after that we can go ahead with contribution per unit. So contribution per unit is directly taken from the above table, which is 2.1, 2.05, 1.2 and 0.8. Over here there is a small difference where the sale price of Janta Limited will be reduced by 1 rupees. Therefore, when we reduce the sale price by 1 rupees, the contribution will be reduced by 50 paise. Okay. Therefore, we have the contribution of 80 paise at present level, and when we deduct that 50 paise as the loss when we reduce the selling price of such product, we'll get the contribution of 0.3 paise or 30 paise. Okay, so when we multiply these amounts with, when we multiplied contribution per unit with the total quantity sold, we will get the total contribution as 2,31,000, 4,92,000, 21 lakh and 1,20,000 each. So we'll get the total contribution as 10,53,000. After that, we all know, as we all know, that the total fixed cost, okay, total fixed cost is 3,77,500. We need to add an excess advertisement amount of 4,85,000. which is considered as fixed expenses or an advertisement expenses. So when we add these both the fixed cost, will get the total fixed cost as 8,62,500, and when we deduct such amount from the total contribution of 10,53,000, we will get the profit of 1,90,500. So there will be an increase in profit of 10,000, 8,000, right? Yes. So therefore we can go ahead with such changes mentioned by the sales manager. So guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you got clear and complete clarification regarding this illustration. So if you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe.